With his sister's help, they managed to keep the coyote pup a secret for one day. And then that evening, this is what happens. After dinner, a Model T pickup truck, long stripped of paint and polish, rattled into the yard. With its missing passenger door and its side rails held on by baling wire, the truck brought with it a flock of buzzards. Herbert Moser climbed out of the truck as it creaked to a stop. Sitting in the truck bed, holding his cat against the wind, was Herbert's son, Tommy. At Tommy's feet were several dead jackrabbits, their ears pointing skyward like new shoots of corn. The rabbits had been stuffed with poison. Miles knew that. It was a common practice among ranchers. Miles was afraid of Herbert Moser, a horse-jowled man with burlap skin. Herbert had the thick arms of someone who had lifted, lugged, sawed, twisted, and carried heavy loads since he was old enough to walk. But what scared Miles was his temper. A few months earlier, Tommy had talked Miles into cutting the grounding wire on a long stretch of barbed wire fence. He told him to watch for the lightning. The show would be worth it. Several weeks later, when Miles had almost forgotten about the cut wire, thunderclouds passed overhead and lightning struck the ungrounded fence. A flock of larks, a barn owl, and 17 fence posts blew up in a cloud of wood and feathers. The flailing wire nearly cut off the head of a cow reaching over the fence for a blade of grass. Tommy was soundly beaten by his father, but all Miles suffered was a long lecture about electricity. So to summarize then, Herbert has come to put poison rabbits in Miles' father's fields. But Miles' father, his name is Lionel, refuses. He's a wheat farmer and he doesn't have any problem with coyotes, eagles, and other predators, but the ranchers do. And as was common in this country, eagles, coyotes, wolves, anything that competed for food or anything that could hurt their livestock were just killed with all kinds of ways. Well, while Herbert is there, the coyote escapes from the woodshed. And he runs through the yard chasing chickens. Miles manages to pick him up. And he tries to convince his father that the pup can be tamed just like the land. Herbert grabs the pup and starts to wring its neck. Enough of this hogwash. Lionel caught Herbert's arm. Put down my coyote. Your coyote? Herbert tossed the pup to the ground. That's ridiculous. That's like saying it's your prairie. It is my prairie, Lionel answers. No, it's your land. The prairie is wild like the coyotes, and it's trying to take what's ours. If we don't fight them with all we've got, the prairie and the coyotes will win. They'll drive us out. Lionel scoffs. They won't drive me out. Can't say that for sure, Lionel. It's war out here, and the enemy has fur. I think I'll stop there. But we set up a conflict between Lionel, a modern man with tractors and dreams and hopes, and kind of the more traditional scorch the earth type of farmer and rancher. But in the end, they're both wrong. So they're both wrong.